Good morning, everybody. Now that we've wrapped up our mobility series, we're going to move on and keep exploring how the body functions as one, more specifically through the kinetic chain. And that's basically how one movement impacts the rest of your body, and as one thing moves, the rest follows. So that's the kinetic chain, and today we're going to address how you might be having elbow problems. A doctor might say that, you can go put ice on it, you can use heating treatments, and that's all good and temporary. However, to really fix your elbow pain and elbow problems, we need to look at a more long-term solution and what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. So your elbow is controlled by two muscles, not controlled, but rather impacted by two muscles in your forearm, your extensor and flexor, and the two connect here at your elbow, and as you move, those two muscles are also moving. So if you're doing a lot of pulling movements with closed grip, either pronated or supinated, you're going to be tightening those muscles a lot. Feel it as you squeeze your hand, those muscles tend to get tighter. So when those muscles are over-tightened and overused, you might be doing a workout every day that involves squeezing a lot, even if you're doing barbell curls. That'll do it. But maybe in your day-to-day routine, maybe something at work, maybe something at school, whatever it might be, just watch out for when you're squeezing really tight and developing a pattern of movement like that. So to combat this in the long term, we're going to have to do the opposite. We're going to have to stretch those muscles out. We're going to have to make them looser, that way they don't hinder our elbow movement. So if you have a tight flexor, it's going to be really tight and give you a restrictive pulling feeling that you'll notice as you try to move your elbow like that. And if you have a tight extensor, it's going to feel stiff when you're extending your arm, really uncomfortable. So to work on that, you're going to want to stretch this out like we talked about, and two ways you can do that are simply holding your wrist, and I have long sleeves on here. Hold your wrist down and rotate your elbow up, like that. You'll feel it stretching on top, same on the other side. You can do this one to get the underneath, pulling back on the fingers with a straight arm. Feels great. But another long-term solution, like we talk about, is increasing the amount of movements you do with an open palm. By opening up the palm, you're giving those muscles in your forearm a break, therefore they won't be as tight throughout your day-to-day routine. So I hope you've learned a little something about longevity and the kinetic chain today. Stay tuned for the next video in this little series, and as always, live holistically.